Okay, well whilst I wait for the swans to get out of the way so I can carry on spodding, it is Friday 30th of June, it's just come up to 7:30 in the evening now. I got down here about 5:30, but that wasn't soon enough to be left with pretty much no swims to choose from. So I've got this one, no carp corner, which is the best of the few, very few, 2 or 3 that's left. So yeah, I was going to fish the same spots I fished in here the last time I was in here. In fact, I'm fishing one of those down the left hand margin, which is where the swans are now. But the other one I was going to put out at the same spot, which was 25 wraps out towards 2 small trees. But then, as I was setting up, and this is why I think it's important just to not rush to get your rods out, a fish crashed right down in the corner there, so that's why I've put well, what is a PVA bag out there. I mean, immediately after the fish crashed, and I was still setting up, I just quickly grabbed a catapult and got a handful of boilies and scattered them out there. But I've put a PVA bag out because I don't know what the bottom's like, and I don't want to lead about out there because it's fairly close in, really close in. So yeah, hopes weren't high, but they are now, because I've seen that fish, or heard it, and I turned around and saw the ripples. Yeah. I'm here till tomorrow lunchtime, standard Friday night routine. And yeah, I'm a little bit upbeat now because I've fish has crashed. I wouldn't have been because the way the conditions have been, everything points to the other end of the lake. So yeah, but you never know now, given that. So yeah, I'm going to, the swans have actually moved out of the way now, so I'm going to carry on spodding and I'll catch up with you later. Okay, well it's 9 o'clock now, no more shows anywhere, but let's see what the night brings. The story of the night is that where was that? Alright. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Yeah, right hand rod went off about 11:30, and I picked it up and just felt some initial resistance and then nothing. So yeah, not sure what that was, but I'm going to put another bag on, put it straight back out there, but there's been nothing since. So if that was that fish, then I think that was my chance. Gone. But there's just been a fish rolled out there. There's a little one that's chucking itself about, just all over the place, like a lunatic, but there was also a bigger fish crash out there to the light coloured bush that I've fished a couple of times before, when I could find a gravel patch. Last time I tried I couldn't find one. The weed had grown over it, or it had been silted over or something. So yeah, I'm just watching it to see if it does it again. I mean, that's what effectively got me up this morning. I heard a big crash, got up and just saw the flat spot and the ripples. So I'm just watching the water, and if it does it again, then I think I'm going to pull in the left hand rod, which has done absolutely nothing, and put it out there. Right, well, I shall let you know if anything happens. Okay, but it was just come up to 8 o'clock and that fish showed again out there, just slightly off right to where I had the camera trained, so I quickly wound in the left-hand rod. I've knocked up a PVA bag with lots of goodies in and just whacked it out there in the vicinity, and that's given off a nice slick that's come up to the top now. So yeah, it's come up to 8:30, so I've got what, 3 hours or so, you know, for a chance, so fingers crossed. Okay, just come up 11 o'clock now, pretty much packed up, so yeah, just going to give it half an hour and those rods are coming in, and I think I will just have a quick look around the lake with my Polaroids just to see if I can find any fish to have a go at for an hour, stretch it out a little bit, the session, but after that I've definitely got to be home, so yeah. Well, there was nothing seen there. It didn't help that the sun's gone in permanently now, so yeah. Well, I nearly had one last night, didn't I? So yeah, slightly encouraged by that. I'm definitely going to pay more attention to that right hand margin if I fish that swim again, which I probably will have to, because it's quite busy down here at the minute. So yeah, who knows, next time I'm down you may see me again in No Carp Corner. Okay, well it's Sunday, 9th of July, it's just gone 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, Sunday. I've been away during the week. I could have come down yesterday, Saturday afternoon, but I thought no, it's going to be busy, it's going to be packed, I'll just be slotting in. So I thought I'd give it a miss and I'll come down Sunday, and it'd be worth getting up early and Monday morning going to work just to get a try to swim. And as luck would have it, I've now got an empty lake. There's no one on here at all, apart from one day angler who's float fishing right over the back there in one of the day swims. So yeah, amazing. I've walked, well, I've driven around the lake, checked a few swims, not found any fish yet. The idea was to find them and perhaps have a go with floaters. Oh, I've just seen something show over the other side. Having said that, right, I'll have to drive back around there again. Just waiting to see if a bird pops up. But no, I think that was a fish. I looked over there earlier. Right, well that's another place to check again then. Right, yeah. I've just got a few more swims to check, and yeah, and then well, I'm gonna probably, there's no rush, so I'm probably going to do the whole lake again and just see if I can find a fish or two. There's one down there. Well, that's where the fish showed, in front of this tall tree here, and I saw it from over there, and that was it. I think it's just gone up that way, so that tells me that there's at least one fish along this margin. Yeah, I've been thinking all the while I've been waiting to see something. One of the obvious swims to go in would be the island swim, which can be the most productive, but you know, for all I know there could have been 2 anglers in there doubling up through the weekend, so I'm not going to take a chance on that. Having seen that fish, I think what I'm going to do is fish the margin swim, fish one in close down to the left, and one further out, further down this margin, at 30-40 yards off the bank, just on the back of a weed bed that's out there. You can't see it, it's just the swans are feeding in it now. It probably ends another 20 yards this way. So yeah, about the same distance as when that fish showed, in line with that. So yeah, I'll have a bait in the vicinity. I think we have attention. Aha, got off. Yeah. Saved me a job.
After putting the rod back out again, I settled down for the evening, wondering whether that one fish that I had seen was alone, or there were others along that margin that would pay me a visit during the night. I woke up, however, to a misty morning and lifeless rods.
Okay, but it's 7:30 now, off to work. I'm aiming to come back in a couple of nights, perhaps on Wednesday, and I've put a bit of bait down there just in case I end up in here again. The only thing I saw really was this morning, very early, out on the plateau in the weed. There was a couple of shows there. So what I might do is, if I come back in here, fish one down there, but the other rod, move it further around. If there's no one in the plateau swim, move it further around to the right and fish out there. Find a gap in the weed and put one there, because that's where I think the majority of them are sitting. So yeah, right, I better get going, so I'll see you then. I think we have a tench. Okay, well it's Saturday, 15th of July. I've got rudely interrupted by that tench before I could chat to you. I was planning on coming down during the week, wasn't I? To fish the margin swim. But Paul, who's over there in the point swim, told me that someone had dropped in there Wednesday afternoon. So that sort of spoiled my plans a little bit. Because I'd baited it, I'd really set my heart on fishing it. So I, in the end, skipped the midweek session. I didn't fancy just coming down there and fishing anywhere. And yeah, I'm down today. I couldn't fish last night, but I'm down today until tomorrow lunchtime. Paul is in, as I said, in the point swim over there. I've got the island swim, as you can see. There was someone in here last night, and I think a couple of fish have come out from here. I don't know if there's anyone else on the lake actually, because I just dropped in here. Paul tipped me off this afternoon that this had become free, and I thought, right, I'm just going to come in here. The fellow who did fish the margin swim, I think did 2 or 3 nights and blanked, so you know, I had no thoughts of going back over there. It was sort of, what is it, Monday morning that I baited up, so you know, quite a while ago now. So yes, well, we've had some really tricky conditions to set up in. I mean, it's easy enough now, but we've had some real gusting winds, which have made it difficult to get your rods out and to bait up. The right hand rod that I put out up the side of the island, I fished a little bit off the island actually to start with, but when I had that tench and just put it back out again now, I've actually got it closer to where I would normally fish. So yeah, and I put a couple of spods out there earlier on that spot. The left hand rod is, I've been leading over towards the left, because there's I know there's no one in the plateau swim because there's no cars in the car park here other than mine. So I've been ledging over there just to find where the weed stops, and having found where it stops, I've just put a bait just to the right of it and baited up quite heavily actually out there, because I mean at the time I was doing it, it was gusting quite a bit, so a few spots were a bit wayward, but I was determined to get some sort of pretty close to my hook bait, or pretty bang on my hook bait. So yeah, I did a few more spots than usual. The right hand rod had the usual amount go out there. So yeah, like I say, I'm down to tomorrow lunchtime. Quite confident really. The pressure's low, with the weather's bang on. Paul's had a couple over the last few days. He's been down there since Wednesday, I think, at least. Yeah, Wednesday. So yeah, there's the fish coming out, and let's hope that I can get one myself. Weed it up. Okay, well, it just gone 9:30. That left hand rod went off, the one that was heavily baited. Looks a bit spawned out, this one. Up a double. Gave me a good fight, whatever it weighs. A bit bigger than I thought, 22. £22 in the rain. Let's do the other side quickly. Nice dark colours on it, even in the dark. Dark in the rain. Right, let's get you back. Well, that gave me a fight. It weeded me up 3 times. I mean, first of all, when I first hooked it, pretty much, found some weed, and then about halfway in, and then again right in the margin, and it gave me a good old scrap, that did. Lean and mean it was. Looked a bit spawned out, it's very thin towards the back end of it, but yeah, I'm not complaining because I've had a blank or two in recent weeks, so yeah, that'll do. Got it back out there. I've got a good horizon marker, so yeah, managed to get it back out there okay. And there was a fair bit of bait that went out, so I mean, unless it's been cleared out already, I mean, you know, could be in with the chance of a second from there. But yeah, I won't be greedy. That'll do me quite nicely now. I mean, it's gone 10:30 now, by the time I sort myself out and got it back out there. So yeah, I'm going to get my head down, and you never know, I may see you again in the night. Not sure what we've got here. Something weeded up. Definitely a carp. Definitely a carp with lots of weed. There's a lot of weed out there. Oh. Well, it had just gone 1:30 and that left hand rod went again. Oh, and the fish weeded me up again, at least 3 times. It's absolutely nailed in the bottom lip. Up a 20, I'd say, this one. Not quite the magic 30, 29 and a half. Oh. Oh. Right, don't want to turn here. Okay. Do the other side. Coming in. They're up for it tonight, I think. I've heard a couple of fish bosh whilst I've been sorting the rod out and getting it back out there, which I've done, and I can see my horizon marker quite clearly, so yeah, it's back on the money. Yeah, who knows? Could have another one yet, with a bit of luck. I mean, the right hand rod was bleeping whilst I was sorting the fish out. I thought, oh no, don't go now. Not whilst I got the fish out, but thankfully it didn't. But I could do with it going now. I've sorted myself out. Yeah, skies have absolutely cleared now. Starry sky, mad. The wind's still, you know, gusting a little bit, but nothing like it was earlier. So yeah. Right, I am going to get my head down again. I was having a nice sleep then, but I don't mind being woken up. Like I say, it was about 1:30 when that one went off. Yeah, another one just as it gets light, I think would be quite nice. Get a fish in the daylight. Yeah, but if it comes before, I'm not going to complain. Tench. Carp. I think that's another tench. Another tench, perhaps. Yeah, tench. I'm sure. Tench on both rods. Well, that one's come off. In your favour. Morning. Well, I don't think I've ever had a double take off tench before. Yeah, it was a bit mad. But the recasts, looking at where my line's going, are spot on. Yeah, and there's still fish, proper fish, showing out there this morning. More in the plateau swims water, but yeah, they're active still, so it may not be over. Another tench, I think. Yeah, probably. Spirited one. Okay, well it's 10 o'clock now. Started to slow pack away. Hasn't been a bad session, has it? A couple of fish, So yeah, I'll be quite happy to go home probably before lunchtime, about 11, something like that. Well, I think I'm going to be putting out a little bit more bait on at least one rod going forward. Yeah, I don't mind the tench if the carp come along with them. That's it for this video. So if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Share the video, please. Keep the comments coming. If you're out there, hope you're having a few in this beautiful summer weather. Albeit a bit windy today or yesterday. Yeah, I don't know when I could be back down next. I may not get down during the week, so it'll probably be next weekend. But whenever it is, I'll see you then.